Hi everyone, it's Ashley at Tea Garden Papercrafts, and I am here today for the Out with a Bang collaboration. And today is day 4, and our prompt is Bloomin' Lovely. So I created this journal with one of the beautiful kits available from Julie's Papercrafts, and I wanted to do a kind of craft along with me. So this is the journal that I've been working on. I just created it as kind of a doing prompts every so often. So like this is also practicing some of some different techniques that I've been trying to perfect. So this is a 3D flower pop-up that's based on a Martha Stewart tutorial. So I figured we could do something in this book with some pages that I had misprinted. So I mistakenly printed on some of them back to back. You can see like on these ones I mistakenly printed back to back, but I don't want anything to go to waste. So I figured we could use some of that. And I have some offcuts and stuff from other projects I've been working on. I'll be using Pink Pirouette from Stampin' Up! For this project. I've got some of my stamps out and my inker, and I figured we could just do a craft along with me with the theme of Bloomin' Lovely. So when I made the Martha Stewart inspired one, I cut an extra one, and I've got some offcuts, so I want to do something with that. I want to do something with one of these really cool frames. This is an envelope that I just made to keep in the journal with little offcuts and stuff so that I can create as I want to with the little off pieces, and everything stays together. So let's see, what else do we have here? I'll save those little petal pieces for later, and I think I want to use some of these tags here. And maybe, I think I want to use these. I want to use, actually, no, we're going to do these tags because I don't want to have the same flower too much. I want to vary it up a little bit. So let's start on our first page here and figure out something to do on this. So I hope you are all doing well today. I will not be offended if you speed up this video to watch me at double speed or more. This video is meant to be as just kind of a craft along with me. Take your time if you want to, but if you just want to see what I'm making and how, I will not be upset if you choose to speed it up. But it is Monday morning here in the US where I am located. I'm based out of a suburb of Buffalo, New York. It is going to be rather warm here today. It's going to be about 80 degrees Fahrenheit. My conversion to Celsius is getting better, but I'm still not fantastic at it. So for my out of the US subscribers, I apologize. And viewers, I'm not entirely sure what that is in Celsius. I should know it better because I am pretty much right on the border of Canada. And so they also use metric and Celsius. So I'm getting much better at converting from miles and kilometers back and forth. I'm getting better at that. So spent the weekend. We had a lovely weekend here. Went to the beach and with some friends on Lake Ontario. We are very, very lucky here in the Buffalo area because we are we can easily access both Lake Erie and Lake Ontario for swimming and stuff. We have some really lovely beaches. So we spent the weekend hanging out with friends, kiddos playing on the beach, building sandcastles. It's been really, really fun. We collected some cool rocks. So I was very, very grateful when I was asked to be a part of this challenge. I had expressed interest, and they got back to me saying that they would love to have me in this, and there are some truly amazing creators in this collaboration over the course of the month. So You will definitely find lots of inspiration in all of the videos. I have been blown away already by some of the stuff people have been doing. Let's see, I'm just looking to see if there's any more tags that I want to add, because I think I want to do some layered tags and make a pocket on this page. So I think what I want to do is cut out a few more so I can make some really fun layered tags to put in here. And now, so what I think is fun with layered tags is that really they can truly be just about anything. I have seen all different types of definitions on layered tags. So what my idea of a layered tag is may not be the same as what your idea is. Also, I do apologize if you can hear my dog barking in the background. He has a injury on his paw, so he can't go outside as much as he wants to. And he is a border collie who loves to do nothing more than run around. So not being able to run and having to stay inside to nurse his injury is very, very upsetting to him. So he is complaining up a storm upstairs. So if you hear the very high-pitched yarps in the background, that is him saying, "Mom, I want to go outside. I'm not outside." So that is him. All right, I think this is a good start here. Let me grab, I think I want to put these together with brads. So let me grab some brads and my hole punch. I'll be right back. All right, I've got my brads and my punch. Also, I apologize if I'm a little snuffly today. I've got a little bit of a cold that I'm getting over. So I keep my bulldog clips and my brads in a box like this that I can just kind of dig through as I see fit, see what I've got going on. I need to get some more because I'm starting to run out of pink. Actually, I think I might be completely out of pink, but I think that this yellow one might go really lovely with this. Don't think I want that pastel-y blue. Ooh, here's another yellow one. Ooh, there's a good one. That little blue one I think would also be really pretty. Ooh, we've got a little purple square one. Look at how tiny that is. It's so cute. I love finding brads in like stuff at the thrift store, like the Goodwill bags and stuff like that, or Savers. Come on, you're gonna focus, yeah. I think that should do us, so I'll set this aside. All right, so let's see. What do I want to do first? I think what I want to do first is I am going to make my pocket to go on this page, and then we will make the tags. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my lid here, and that's what I'm going to put my stuff in. And then let's figure out a fun pocket here. So I want to use this, and I was thinking about making this my actual pocket. Let me grab one more thing because I have an idea. So I have one of these punches here that I love, like one of the label makers. There it is. I love the sound that these make, but I also really love the added texture. And then we cut. So I think what I want to do is put this on my pocket. So I'm going to cut that. Getting the backing off of these when you cut them can be a little bit of a pain. Because normally, so when you cut them, they get this little thing here that it makes it really easy to peel. I probably should have peeled the whole thing before I took off before I cut it, but I didn't, so now I get to suffer through trying to get the backing off of it and making a little bend in the corner, but that's fine. I don't mind. There we go. Oops, get in there straight. There we go. Let me just ink my okay, so that's going to be our corner. And I think I want, yeah, I like that. I think I really like that, actually. So let's ink our frame as well. I like this pink because it's really, really subtle. It's the same pink that I used on my flowers that I made, and it is such a, ooh, goodness. Got the dropsies this morning. I love it because it's such a subtle, gentle pink without being obnoxious. It's just soft. I'm not much of a baby pink kind of person, and I would not call this a baby pink, which is really nice. So, and with the bright, lovely colors of this kit, I think that it just gives it a really nice, soft look. Okay, so what I want to do is I am going to put glue around the outside here. Use my finger tool to spread it out. Get the glue off of my fingies. And we will want just a little bit of that white flower showing. Perfect, just like that. All right. Now, I think before I do anything else, I want to do some stamping here. But I don't think that this color is going to be quite bright enough to show up. So I think I need like maybe a deeper pink. Let me see what I have here. Ooh, yes, this will be perfect. This is Rose Red from Stampin' Up. I think that this will be perfect for what I want. So I'm going to use this one here. And I think what I want to do is like kind of stamp it right on the edge here. I don't think it's going to stamp perfectly because I have that that 3D flower here. I could put something underneath it to help me stamp it. I might see what I have here. There we go. Got a flowers book. We'll put that underneath my page just so that I have... Is that 2 pages? I feel like that's 2 pages. Yes, it is. Just so I have a nice solid. And then I am definitely not the best stamper. I love to use them. I have a ton of them, but I am definitely not the best stamper. So if you're looking for good techniques on stamping, don't do what I do. I don't claim to be the best at this. Oh, that turned out really good. I'm happy with that. Love that color. Okay, that is perfect. And then, actually, I think I'm going to leave this color out for a minute because I think what I want to do is I want to put a little bit of a border along here. I got these two stamps. So I think I want to use this one. And I want to just kind of, and I know I'll cover some of this up. I'm going to kind of turn the stamp as I go. I'll cover some of this up with the page spread that I'm doing, but I think that this will be just a nice little touch. I'm going to try and get one in the corner here. See how this goes. Hey, that turned out pretty good. All right, and then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to do the corner here. Yes, I like that. Okay, perfect. Because I just felt like I needed something at the bottom of the page to ground because I want to put that big flower up here. So that works well. Okay, set my book aside. So next, what I think I want to do is I think I want to put, do I want to just do half of the flower? Ooh, I like that. Okay, we're going to do half of the flower. Oops, sorry, I bumped my camera stand. All right, I want to do half the flower here. So I will just put, because this is just a light book page, it's a nice thin book page, I don't need to put a ton on here. I'm just going to put it right around the edges. I'm not worried about the middle of it sticking down too much. And then we will put it in there like that. Yeah, I think I want that there, and then this is going to be my pocket. Just kind of playing around, figuring out what I want to do. So I'm going to put this in this corner here. Do you see that? Yeah, you do. Let me trim that little tiny edge off there. There we go. And I don't believe I said in the video, but I'm using Fabrifix. Fabrifix Fabri-Tac, they are my favorite glue to use, especially in a project like this where the pages are thinner and they're going to get a lot of use. So because you're going to get a lot of turning and stuff, I like to use a super good glue. So I think I'm going to put this over here like that. So because I want to make this a pocket, I'm just going to do a super thin line of glue along the edges here, and I'm going to use my finger to smush it out as close to the edge as possible. And I want to put this up like, actually I want to put it down because I want to cover the base of these flowers, make it look like the flowers are growing out of that. I love that. And then I don't think I'm going to end up using this. I think we're going to end up putting that back in our envelope. But I do want to use this, and I think that kind of, because we're going to have 5, so I like to do things in odd numbers, which I think is pretty, I didn't go for design or anything so like that. I did do some art schooling stuff, but I think that like 3s, 5s, odd numbers are appealing to the eye. So I want to do that, and then we'll have our 5th element be our tags. So these are some die-cut flowers that I put together with a brad. I received these die cuts in swap with someone, and they are just absolutely lovely. Because this is thicker and it has that brad in it, I'm putting a little bit more glue on the back of this one than I normally would. And I want it to go like that. I'm going to flip my page over and press down from the back as well, just make sure everything's adhering well. All right, so that's what my page looks like so far. I'm going to set this aside and start working on our tags here. Okay, so cover up my glue. How are we doing on time? Oh, 20 minutes, perfect. I will be done with this. My goal was to keep this video under a half hour, so. And I'm going to leave the back of these tags the stark white of the cardstock that I used so that there is plenty of writing space on them. Since there's not any writing space on the page, whenever I take away writing space, I like to give it back if possible. All right, and then I think I want to use this tag, this little bitty one. Okay. See, it's just such a nice subtle pink. I don't know if it shows up on video very well, but in person it's just this lovely, gentle pink. Okay. So this is my punch tool. I'm going to that one didn't punch out. There we go. Okay. I'm going to use the purple one for this one here. I'm going to do this. There we go. And now these all fold out like that. I'm not going to hide the back of my brad, though I did not do that very straight, did I? Let's fix that. There we go. That's a little bit better. I'm going to tuck that into my pocket. Okay, let's see. Next, I want to do some different shaped tags here. So I'm going to do these ones so that I've got two squared edges and one non-squared edge. I was really, really attracted to the colors in this kit. It's just so gentle and pretty and soft, and it is not a color palette that I would normally go for. I'm not usually much for super gentle pastel style colors. I usually like super bright, obnoxious florals or really, really dark colors. So I decided to challenge myself with this one and try and do something a little different. And I'm very, very happy that I did. Okay, so I think for this one, I will use this little blue. There we go. We'll put that in our pocket. And then I think we'll use this yellow one to do our final one here. I think I'm going to use all 4 of these. Oops. So we're coming to the finish line of this Craft With Me video, showing you some inspiration for the day 4 prompt in this collaboration of Bloomin' Lovely. I wanted to use different florals and use some offcuts and just show you how to use things in maybe an unexpected way. Or if it's an expected way, maybe just something that shows you that you can use offcuts to make pockets and stuff like that for your journals. Or you could apply these same techniques to whatever kind of paper crafting that you do. It doesn't necessarily have to be journals. I am definitely a journal-focused crafter, but that does not mean that what I do you have to use in a journal. You could use these same techniques in the scrapbook. You could use this kind of like the layered technique of like that in a card. You could use these in memory albums, all kinds of different stuff. So I just want to provide some ideas and a nice, gentle, low pressure craft along video for you to watch during your workday or whatever you're doing today. All right. I think actually, you know what, these brads I think are going to be too big for those tiny little cards. I want to do something a little bit more delicate, so I think I'm going to, yeah, I'll grab one. I've got these tiny, if I can get my fingers on one of them. Ooh, or do I want to use this little star? I have tiny silver ones, but I think, oh, yes, you will be perfect. I thought I had grabbed out one of these, but I might have lost it on my desk when I dumped everything out. Oh well. All right, so there we go. There is my spread that I made today in this video for my journal. I've got the half of a flower, the die cuts, used one of my offcuts to frame inside of the frame and made a little pocket with 3 little layered tags that have brads in them, lots of writing space because there's no writing space here. Did a little bit of stamping, and there we go. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see what the other collaborators, what the other artists do for this collaboration. I will have all the details in my description of this video. Be sure that you join the Facebook group so that you don't miss out on anything, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone. Thank you.